Creators, give me 10 minutes of your time and I'm going to show you how to save hours in editing and file organization when it comes to clips, not just while live streaming, but also while recording. As content creators and as live streamers, creating clips is an essential part of our workflow, whether we're capturing the funniest moments from a live stream or capturing some of the best moments while playing through an entire game. The problem is we've all been doing it wrong. We play the game, we have a laugh with chat, we capture some of the best moments, and then all those files, those clips, they just sit in a folder, never to be touched again. Because it's a pain to organize them all. We've all been there, right? Am I just projecting throughout this entire video? I think I solved the problem, or at least I figured out a way to be able to use that Stream Deck alongside a variety of tools and plugins to keep track of all of the content and neatly organize it while you're just sat there doing your thing. So there are 3 chapters down below for each of the tips that I'm going to be guiding you through today. The first one is automatic vertical clips to be able to quickly create that short form video content to be able to share through social media, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, etc. The second tip is going to be a multi-action combination capturing a vertical clip to share through social media and also a horizontal to be able to put into a compilation or long form video, as well as stream markers to make life easier for people watching your VODs. And then the third and final tip is going to be an overpowered file organizer that quite literally takes all of your clips and puts them into custom dedicated folders that match the type of clip that you've just created, like boss fights and funny moments. Alrighty, step 1 is pretty simple. Quick, short form clips that you can share via your socials with minimal editing. This was my solution to appease the all-consuming TikTok algorithm that seems to really love consistency. Now, there are 2 ways we can approach this, and it depends entirely on your streaming software. If you're a fan of Meld, there's actually a vertical canvas that syncs with everything that happens on your horizontal canvas. So if you're doing a standard horizontal live stream, everything in this window is what your chat is going to see. This is your standard main canvas. The canvas on your right is going to be for clips and vertical streaming if that's something you want to do. And you can set this up with your camera, your gameplay, add a little bit of a background blur like we have going on here so that it fills the whole vertical window. It doesn't look weird in any way. Once you have your overlays and everything set up as you want, head into File and then Preferences. And then on the general window, make sure multi-canvas is selected. That's how you get the vertical window. Scroll down here and then go to Clip Output. Press Edit, and then you can choose to either capture a clip of your main canvas or your portrait, your vertical one, which is this. Now, you're going to want to open up the Stream Deck software and find the Meld plugin. For me, I already have it installed. If you don't, you can just tap this button right here. This will open the Elgato Marketplace where you can simply type Meld, and of course, it's right there. Now, the action you're looking for is called Clip, so just simply grab this, drag it over, and anytime you press that button, it's going to create that short form video clip that is ready to go. Now for my OBS peeps, there is no vertical canvas built straight into OBS. So there will be a link in the description to something called Atom Vertical. Atom has a bunch of incredible tools, but again, the one we're going to be focusing on today is Vertical, which is this guy right here, Atom Vertical plugin. Go ahead and tap free download and then install it. This is what it's going to look like. I haven't set mine up yet, but you get the idea. You have a vertical canvas ready to go. You're going to add your camera, gameplay, background blur, any elements you want to have in your short form clips. And then to trigger this, using the Stream Deck, we're going to go to File, Settings. We're going to move this up here slightly and then select hotkeys on the left-hand side. And then the filter search bar, we're going to go ahead and type in replay. Find vertical backtrack, save replay, and then add a custom hotkey like Control-Shift-S. Now going back to the Stream Deck app, we're going to search for hotkey, drag that over like so, and then to assign the hotkey, we're going to tap this and then go Control-Shift-S, just like we did inside of OBS. And now, anytime we press this button on the Stream Deck, we're going to capture that vertical clip. And of course, I need to customize the icons because I cannot deal with text overlapping. But there we go. Done. Super quick short form clips on whichever software you prefer to use. That will save you a lot of time when editing. Now, as great as recording a ready-to-go short-form clip is, what if you want to capture multiple formats, recording a vertical clip and a horizontal one at the same time? Heck, let's even throw in stream markers so that anybody watching your VODs back, your live streams on demand, can skip to specific chapters to see all of those funny moments as you record them as clips. So for this, we're primarily going to be using OBS because Meld unfortunately doesn't have a feature where you can record and clip both the vertical canvas and the horizontal at the same time. Once you've got your vertical canvas set up using Atom Vertical, you're going to want to make sure the replay buffer is turned on both for vertical and for OBS natively. So to do that, you just tap this button down here in the corner. And now you have two replay buffers running simultaneously, capturing the vertical window and the horizontal one, but that looks trippy. I'm going to turn that off. So to capture both formats at the same time and add stream markers, we are going to need to use something called a multi-action. So to get started with this one, we're going to right click on any of these keys right here and select create multi-action. First of all, we're going to go ahead and search for OBS, find replay buffer save, click it, drag it over, and now you have a horizontal clip being saved when you press the button. Next up, we're going to need to add the hotkey that we made before to capture Atom Vertical. Grab it, drag it over, assign the same hotkey that you created before, Control-Shift-S, and then we're going to rename this one Vertical Clip. So now that's our horizontal and our vertical done. Let's go ahead and add the stream markers. For this, we're going to want to download and install the Twitch plugin. Not this one here. This is Bar Raiders. Great tool, and it works just as well. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to be showcasing the official Twitch plugin. And then we're going to want to find Create Stream Marker. Click that one, drag it over. Now with this, you're pretty much ready to go, but let's go ahead and test it to make sure that it's working properly. We're going to go ahead and tap the button right here, and then what should happen is we should have two new clips, the backtrack from Atom Vertical and the replay buffer from OBS's horizontal canvas being saved. And of course, if we were streaming, we would get a stream marker placed onto our VOD as well. Nice, that's another step forward. But after a while of using this, you will end up with hundreds upon hundreds of unorganized clips that just won't go anywhere. So let's fix that issue with something completely new and original. I love RPGs. Expedition 33, Cyberpunk 2077, Mind's Eye. You guys enjoyed Mind's Eye too, right? I love reviewing these games, but these games often take 30, 40, 50 plus hours to complete. I don't have the patience nor the hard drive space to record the entire story. So I use Replay Buffer to capture clips anytime there's a really interesting moment, like a cool boss fight, a funny moment happening on screen, or a beautiful cutscene. Each clip has its own category, but then rather than a 30, 40, 50 hour recording, you have 500 clips that you will just never have an opportunity to edit because they are just so unorganized. Yay. So here's the solution. I built a script that you can call using Stream Deck that automatically organizes all of those replay buffer clips and recordings for you. This does get a tiny bit techie, but I promise you're still going to be able to do it. Let me show you how it works. Okay, so we're currently playing God of War, and Kratos is going up against Thor, one of the coolest fights in game. Oh, Jesus. We need to capture a clip of this. So what we're going to do is press a button on the Stream Deck before I die. Oh, jeez. So we have this button right here, which is from Atom Vertical. We're going to tap that, and it's going to quickly capture that replay. There it is. And now we're going to tap another button called Badass Bosses. Yes, I'm a child. When we tap this, what's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and make a folder called Boss Fights, and it's actually placed our backtrack, our vertical clip inside this folder, and it's neatly organized for us. And it named the folder Boss Fights. So now anytime that we get a clip, it's going to be placed in here. Let me show you another example. In this part of the game right here, this is actually prior to the Thor and Kratos fight. We have this beautiful, heartwarming scene where Atreus is with his wolf and the wolf is about to die. Super emotional. Would be great footage for a video if you're reviewing the game. So here we have a similar setup. We can go ahead and capture the vertical clip like we did previously, and then we've got another script that if we press it, it's going to go ahead and make another folder called cutscenes and then place that cutscene inside of here like so. So you get the idea. When we're finished with the game or the live stream, we will now have an organized list of clips that will help streamline the editing process and make life so much easier when you're trying to find a short form video to post rather than scouring through hundreds and hundreds of clips to find one that suits what you need. Oh, You feel like posting a little clip from that awesome boss fight in God of War? It's right there. And setting it up is really easy. You don't even need to know how to code. At most, you need to know how to just change the name of a folder, a directory, using Notepad or Visual Studio, whichever you're more comfortable with. Let me show you how to do that. To start, you're going to want to get your hands on the bat file. Now, this is a very simple script that performs all those actions for you. If we go ahead, right-click and open in Notepad, for example, again, we don't need any fancy software for this. This is the code. This is everything that you need. You can go ahead and copy this. Hopefully there will be a link to this in the description. And there's only 2 elements in this script that you actually need to customize. And although it may look a little bit scary for people who aren't familiar with coding and stuff like that, the first line that you're going to want to edit is this one right here. And this section is going to be where your videos are saved from OBS. So I have a folder right here called OBS Recordings, and we can just go ahead, Control-C, and copy that, and then just paste in that directory. If your videos are saved to your Documents folder, for example, you just tap up here, copy that, get rid of this big old line right here, and then just paste that in like so. So for me, this is my recording folder. And now the only other thing that you need to worry about is down here, and all you need to do is change the name of the folder. So right here we have cutscenes because it's going into the cutscenes folder. If we wanted to change this, we could go ahead and call it Exploration. Then we're going to save this document by pressing Control and S, and then it will probably be helpful to rename this to Exploration like so. And now if we do the same thing again, we have our exploration.bat. We're going to drag that over, capture the vertical clip, yet again, same method as before, and then tap the exploration button. And there we go, brand new folder with the video clip inside of it. If you want to be able to shift multiple files, you just simply copy and paste this, make a duplicate of it, change the name of the folder. So let's call this one cutscenes, yet again, rename the file to cutscene so that you're better organized, and then just drag that one over. And now we can do the same thing again. Make a vertical clip, and then tap the cutscenes button, and it will go straight in here with the other one. You can also combine this with a multi-action, so you can combine your replay buffer with the script that automatically organizes it. So with one tap of a button, you get the clip, it's put into a folder. You can even add another action that sends it to Google Drive or something like that, so that you can then access it straight away from your phone. The possibilities here are endless. Create multi-action, search for OBS. You can either use the OBS plugin and do the replay buffer save, or you could do the hotkey option like we spoke about previously. I'm going to go ahead and do this one for now, and we're going to go Control-Shift-S. Then we're going to be adding a new action called delay, which will give us a little bit of time just to process that file and make sure that it's rendered and ready to go. 3000 milliseconds should be more than enough. And then we can just click and drag our bat file over here. And what's going to happen is it's going to create that little vertical clip. It's going to wait 3 seconds, and then it's automatically going to put it into a folder called Exploration. How neat is that? And there we go. We got a little bit techie there at the end. So if you have any questions or you're stuck on a certain part of this, let me know. Leave all your questions down below in the comment section and I will help where I can. If this whole video looks interesting to you, but you haven't had a chance to actually get a Stream Deck yet, there'll be links down below where you can go and check one out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.